I said, hey yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Mojados, and we're back with another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about everything XRP, guys. So if you're interested in knowing about what to expect, what we can look at, take a look at all the data and insights, you are at the right place. But as always, take a quick look at the top 10, see what's happening. It's not really much movement, but if you're following along on the channel, we've been talking about alts taking the lead, in total taking the lead, a video that I put out about a week or 2 weeks ago, I can't recall exactly, but specifically talking about altcoins. And you can see that the market has proven to be right in our analysis. And again, just taking a quick look here, total still very bullish. So the reason why that's important for XRP is because if the whole market is bullish, then most likely that means that investing in alts that have a good setup will make that probability more likely to occur. So again, and I've also said this publicly, that the market has bottomed, and the reason why I've said that is mainly because the total chart is already extremely bullish. So I don't see what there is a discussion about whether or not we're going lower, X, Y, and Z. I don't really care about specific alts, but the market as a whole looks very bullish. So with that, you can safely assume that most alts have already bottomed. And guys, back in the day, I've been around the market, I've been seeing all this garbage, and a lot of new people don't even stay awake and on top of this shit, right? Like, take a look at this. Back in 2020, 3 days after the lawsuit, when maximum FUD, maximum fear was being spread, I said there's lots of drama around XRP being a security. I do not think it will be classified as a security, and I will continue to keep adding to my bag. And guess what? That's exactly what I've been doing. And, time and time again, if you just stick to the data and research, look at the engagement. There's nothing here. People were fucking fear-mongering at levels I've never seen before. But, I've been around the block. I've seen this trash all, time and time again. It's the same shit. And I'm here to remind you that this chart is extremely bullish. And I'm going to start off by showing you guys the same thing I do every month, guys, because at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything new. I'm not doing anything fancy. It's the same freaking rules over and over again, and you just have to apply the fundamental things that have been working. And I'm going to show you what you need to do just to be, as simple as possible and as successful as possible with the least amount of stress. And that's just looking at things on a high time frame. And when you look right here, guys, this is extremely clear, right? And I'm gonna pull up the 2 week here because this is why I have it. Basically, you can see liquidity being taken from the top, liquidity taken from the low, and a range of 1939 days that we're watching play out. Of course, there's about 7 days left, so take that into account. But the point is that we've been going sideways for 1900 days. And that's kind of hard to think about because it's like, wait a minute, we went to 15 cents and $2 and we've been going sideways. Yes, clearly, if you look at the 2018 high in January, all the way to right now, we're still sitting in this range. We have not broken out of the range on either side. So technically speaking, there's nothing really here to say that, we're getting a price discovery or, a breakdown to the downside, which of course is not impossible. As much as I love XRP, anything is possible. Now, is that unlikely? In my opinion, yes. I think that it's already bottomed, but we'll talk about that more later on. But again, the fact that this has been going sideways for this long, you can pretty much think about the Tesla chart, and I've showed this time and time again, so I'm going to quickly show you guys about the Tesla chart. And the longer something goes sideways, the more it explodes, right? They say the bigger the base, the higher in space, and there's like a bunch of different terms like that rhyme like that. But the point is that is true. The longer something goes sideways, the more likely it will have a bigger breakout. So of course, do whatever you want. I know that it's a fractal at the end of the day, but the concepts don't change, right? This is the reality. And again, like I said earlier, when you look at this stuff, you have to look at what we've seen in the past, and use the fundamental underlying rules and apply it to your current analysis, right? So again, being in this range, going sideways for this long, is the same thing that we've seen in Tesla and in a lot of other charts that I'm just not going to share because Tesla's the most easiest one to show. Ironically enough, Tesla was also sued by the SEC. And, we probably will see something similar to that by seeing this breakout as well. And if we were just to measure, one leg, and again, there's a lot of factors here But if we were just to take one leg of this move here, that will put us around 15 bucks. Now, of course, everybody's, has many different price targets. I'm just saying around 15 bucks. Who knows? It can go even higher. It's probably going to be the top. A lot of people use different tools, but ideally, even double digits, that's a big area that most people are going to sell. So it is important to take that into consideration. But you must understand that there's a lot of moving pieces. And so with that, the range is extremely gorgeous, and that's why I continue to ladder. RSI is also picking up here on the 2-week, the highest level that we've seen since last year. So we'll see what happens with this. Also taking a look at this chart, another one that I like to share by looking at just simple support and resistances. So first thing we looked at is ranges, seeing different fractals with the Tesla comparison, seeing that it's in a range and it's, very likely to have an expansion should it break out to the upside, and with the momentum on the RSI, it is very bullish. So that is the first thing. And also, again, like I said, support and resistances, it's very, very simple. You can see here that this red zone, the reason why it's red is because currently it's a resistance. Right here it's resistance, 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 resistance. And guess what's so crazy about resistances? When they flip, right, when you break past the resistance, they turn into support, which you saw over here. Now, right now we have been at this level, and it's very, very interesting because we kind of have been breaking out of this region and almost broke out because we kind of had like a deviation up here. And I spoke about this literally last month. I said we have to break out of this area, and we didn't. So if you watch that analysis, props to you. And I expected a breakout earlier. It didn't happen, and that is okay because, again, remember, we're looking at a weekly chart here, so this takes more time to play out, and it's not going to be as straightforward. However, the structure itself is still extremely bullish, so that is going to be the most important part for me if you're going to be interested in punting along, not financial advice. But the point is that, we have come back to this level, and now it has acted as a support. So basically, I want you to think of ping pong for a second, okay? Now, we're probably saying, well, what the hell are you talking about ping pong for? Let's just bear with me for a second, okay? You see price breakdown, push back up, right? And then it pushes back down, but it's not able to get down to this low, right? Instead, it stops over here. So now the pressure is being pushed back to the upside, and more pressure is being applied to the other side, breaking past this high here, like a game of ping pong. And the pressure is now being pushed back down, except guess what? This level that we're looking at right here at 42 cents has not been broken, right? And I think it's interesting that we're at this red area, right? Despite the fact that maybe it can break down later. I'm not saying it can't, but it stopped exactly at this red area that has been known to either act as a support and resistance. And I think that's extremely important because if this wick continues to hold, in my opinion, that is the bottom. This is the last time we'll probably see 47 cents. This may be the last time you get to buy this zone, and that is why it looks like a deviation. And we're probably going to start seeing a breakout from here. So take that information with whatever fucking grain of salt you'd like. But the point of it all is that it's just very, very straightforward. You don't have to make it super complicated. And that's pretty much the name of the game, right? You see the rest of the market is super, super bullish. And right now we know that this whole entire Ripple lawsuit is a fucking smokescreen. So, you're probably saying, why is a Ripple lawsuit important? Because it's draining XRP liquidity in the US, prohibiting buyers in the US, and the US has the biggest financial markets in the world. So anybody who tells you otherwise is a fucking clown, right? And you must remember that, there has been literally institutional investors like Raoul Pal confirming that as soon as XRP is relisted on exchanges, that institutions will run in and start buying XRP. So anybody who tells you otherwise is a fucking clown, right? And we're going to see what happens. We're literally going to see what happens. I'm super fucking balls deep, so excuse my French. But the point of it all is that I'm trying to make this as clear as possible because I have max conviction that a lot of this shit is bullshit. And, don't mean to go on a little rant there, but, even like Bank of America is literally waiting to use ODL, which is XRP powered, making it another use case. And you have other developments on the XRP ledger, like the AMM update that's happening, David Schwartz has also said he's super excited for the DeFi that's going to be enabled with this amendment native to the blockchain. So we'll see what happens. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you what the fuck to do, but I'm telling you I'm super fucking balls deep, and I'm super excited for what the future holds. But not to get too sidetracked, every single time I talk about this shit, I go on a rant because it's so damn obvious to me. And one day I'll watch this video and laugh about it because, you know, people just like to, you know, spread FUD and say shit and just say anything for engagement. But I'm trying to tell you guys the truth right now. And who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Who fucking knows? But I just don't believe that's the case. But taking a look at the, you know, price at this, again, at this level, this is the area. If we do break down, of course, I'm going to share the bearish scenario here. If we do break down, which I think is unlikely because we have broken out of this trend line here, right? This was another trend line that has pretty much been broken out of, which has been, what, 700-day trend line? That is broken out with max conviction. Like, it's not just some bullshit. It's broken out, and you see a lot of volume behind that move. So we'll see what happens. Again, holding this area is going to be the most important level. But the max bearish scenario is that we break down to 25 cents, right? I think if we do break down again, we're not holding this level. Sorry to give you the FUD, but we're not holding this level. Now, I don't think this is likely. So I'll give it like a 10% possibility to happen because of all the high time frame confirmations, especially even at the RSI. Like this is crazy. Like the RSI broke out of this trend line. It broke out of this level on the RSI that hasn't been broken out of since November of 2021. So literally, you know, almost 2 years ago, the RSI was above this trend line. And even maybe what? Yeah, 2 years ago, like the RSI wasn't even this high. So this could be the beginning of a trend like we've seen back here, where you do see a breakout, you do get a little bit underneath again, but then it follows with the real move that we're waiting for, the real wave 3. So if you're asking now, Mo, what the hell is a wave 3? And I want to pivot towards the last part here, which is going to be the Elliott wave part or segment that I think is very fun. So I think that there's 5 waves clear here. This is the XRP market cap chart if you're interested. And basically you see a, you know, obvious downtrend. Of course, you know, price has literally risen thousands and thousands of percent. And again, you start seeing another cycle because the Elliott wave is pretty much, you know, cycles after cycles, and it has micro cycles and macro cycles. It's basically like Inception on steroids. So, you know, I think that we're pretty much put in a major wave 1. We've put in a major wave 2. And even if you look at, you know, the relationship from a time standpoint, what you can see from this low is that we are almost have a 1-to-1 relationship between the beginning of wave 1 to wave 2. So there's a time relationship there. Also, I think that right now there's a possibility that, you know, we start trending like much higher from here because of what I shared back on this chart. But ideally, there again, the reason why I said 25 cents is another chart because this could be a failure where there could be a double ABC correction, and this could technically be some type of ABC like running flat, which takes us lower. However, the reason why I don't think that's the case is because total is extremely bullish, and also the XRP BTC chart is also very bullish. And a lot of people are saying, Mo, how the hell is this chart bullish? How can you even use this chart to use for technical analysis? Because I just use one level, okay? And the reason why I do that is because this chart is not really even usable, okay? But what has been proven is that anytime price is above this dotted line, it's trending up or it's trending down. It's as simple as that, okay? So we've literally been going sideways at this level for God knows how long, and we haven't been able to break past it. RSI is also gaining momentum, but price is still cruising. So that just leads me to believe that, you know, the XRP BTC chart is going sideways. XRP is ready to outperform BTC, and you know, we're also sitting at support, so we're probably going to break past this high here, which makes me bullish. And again, when you factor in how long we've been ranging for, how bullish the RSI looks, and again, how gorgeous the count here with the confluence, right? This could be the beginning of a minor 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. It just makes me extremely bullish. So I don't know what other parts I can take a look at. But even like if you want to add an extra piece of confluence, like, you know, this isn't directly related to XRP, just like Total doesn't. But people are rotating out of stables right now, guys. That has been the continuous trend. And again, Total is just extremely bullish, and I don't know why anybody's extremely bearish. I've shared time and time again on my Twitter, time and time again, you know, on all of these different platforms on why I am bullish. So, you know, to each their own. I'm very bullish. I think the market has bottomed. I think XRP is going higher. I'm very vocal about that. But again, do your own research. You know, learn about what's going on. Maybe don't even buy XRP. Who cares? Maybe just watching this to get an idea to buy later or lower. But my thing is that, you know, I have friends who say, oh, I want to buy a little bit when it goes down. Like, listen, if my targets are going to be 15 bucks, let me just continue the dollar cost average. It's what I've been doing, you know, for fucking 3 years now. Okay, and I've been in this market since 2017, but max FUD was spread during 2020 of December when the lawsuit dropped. So I'm gonna continue buying. I'm gonna continue to have max conviction because I don't give a shit about the FUD. I know the research is on our side. I know the data is on our side. We see the corruption in the lawsuit. It's so fucking obvious. What else do you need to see? And with that, I appreciate you guys for making it to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. And as always, haro haro, peace.